She hails from a football dynasty that began with her grandfather and the Philadelphia Eagles. Today, she not only carries that legacy forward, but is making touchdowns with the book series, Football, Freddie and Fumble the Dog. We're so happy to welcome back author Marnie Schneider. Welcome back.
Oh, thank you, Layla. I love how you added in touchdown into
yes!
your intro. See, I really think sports is the universal language.
I'm not one that can brag about her sports knowledge, but I do know what a touchdown is, and you certainly have done so with this book series. So congratulations.
Thank you.
The last time that we had you here was 4 years ago, something like that. And then you've joined us virtually a couple of times every time you come out with a new book, but here we are. How many books have you written since that time?
So 8 books.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Yes, thank you so much for helping propel my success, truly, because having the opportunity to share my love of reading and kids playing and doing all these things like getting out there and making a difference really definitely has helped me continue to write the book series. So thank you. Yeah.
And maybe you could just remind our audience what it was like growing up with football as such a huge integral part of your life.
Well, I was very fortunate to grow up in a football family. My grandfather, Leonard Toes, owned the Philadelphia Eagles, and my mom, Susan, was his vice president, legal counsel, and general manager. And to this day, she is the only female to have held that position. So wow. I'm very proud of my mom's accomplishments, both on and off the field. So amazing. I think that for me, it was great because I had a chance to travel around, and that was really the genesis of Football, Freddie and Fumble the Dog. Traveling around and seeing all these great cities that host professional football teams, and on these long plane rides back from wherever, back to Philadelphia, from San Diego or whatever, my mom, who was a teacher before running the team, handed me a notepad and said, start writing.
Wow. Yeah. So what's so wonderful about these books is it's not just kind of teaching kids about football and giving a history of each of the towns that this football team represents, but the town itself. You take us on a geographical journey. So what are the cities, what are the teams that you've touched on so far? Well,
Philadelphia was the first because that is my home where I grew up. I don't live there anymore. But then, since I do live in the Carolinas, we went to, we did the Carolinas. As you know, 2 states, 1 team.
That's right.
South and North Carolina.
Panthers.
Yeah, so we got to focus on that, the great sites of all the Carolinas. So much great history, too, in the Carolinas. And then after that, we did Game Day in Atlanta, which really does have a lot of the, Georgia, the whole state of Georgia. And then Pittsburgh, which is a great city. I grew up in Pennsylvania, so I love Pittsburgh and Philadelphia. Yeah. And then we did Chicago, Green Bay, Dallas-Fort Worth, Tampa Bay, and now upcoming towards the end of September, we'll have the digital version of Game Day in LA, which we really focus on the Super Bowl champs, on the Rams, and then we'll get to the Chargers, who are recently also Los Angeles team.
And going back to what you were saying as far as getting kids to read and getting them engaged and outside of the devices and this always in front of their face all the time. So to be engaged and to learn about something else, you do it in a very entertaining way, in a very engaging way. So where can people find these books?
Thank you. On Amazon or on GameDayInTheUSA.com. You can buy them right off our website, or Mascot, who's our publishing company.
That's right. And Fumble the Dog. The real deal will be in the studio soon.
Right, yes. The real deal is at training camp right now.
Fumble the Dog actually does exist.
Yes,
I want to thank you so much, Marnie. So great to see you.
Thank you for having me. Thank you.
We're back after this.